All right, hey guys. I just want to make a kind of short video today. Get some content out there. Talk to my next door neighbor, my best friend Steve. Him and his family just came back from a Royal Caribbean cruise. That you guys went to where?
We went over Christmas, between Christmas and New Year's. We went to Cozumel, we went to Belize City, Belize, Roatan, Honduras, and Costa Maya, Mexico on Royal Caribbean Serenade of the Seas.
How did you like the ship compared to, say, like a smaller Carnival ship?
This was definitely probably the biggest ship that we've been on. We've done a couple of cruises on Carnival that were smaller ships. This was much larger. It had been refurbished more recently, so I mean the ship was very nice, beautifully decorated for Christmas and stuff.
Good. Yeah, I've been on 13 cruises now, and I still haven't been on a Royal Caribbean. I've been trying to hold off for the Wonder of the Seas or the Icon of the Seas because those just are top notch, a different level. So I think me and Kelly are going to try to do one of those maybe at the end of the year. And I would love for you to join us as well.
Hope to.
We do have a cruise coming up next month on the Elation again. I know I just posted some videos on it in December. It's a great ship. It's out of Jacksonville. It's close to our home. But the reason why we're going is because I promised my wife that she could swim with the pigs. So when we were on the last cruise, it was actually a new excursion that she hadn't seen before. And at that point, we just didn't have enough time to try to make that happen. So I promised her that we'd go back and swim with the pigs. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to make some good content and put that out there for you guys about swimming with the pigs. Now, Steve, him and his family went on some awesome excursions when they were in Roatan and whatnot. Tell them a little bit about what you guys did, Steve.
Yeah, so the first stop was Cozumel. We didn't do a royal excursion. We actually went to Mr. Sancho's, which was excellent. Great food, great drinks, beautiful place. The service was fantastic. Had a really, really good day there. My wife and I actually went horseback riding, which was awesome. We went through the jungle and then we got to horseback ride for a little while on the beach, which was super, super cool. We did the water adventure park for my daughter and her best friend who also joined us. The girls had fun on that. So that was our day in Cozumel. Then we went on to Roatan in Honduras and we got rained out. We were supposed to be doing a hike to a conservation park where we could hold sloths and stuff, but the weather didn't cooperate. We did actually, when the weather did let up a little bit, we did get off the ship and walked around the port a little bit and had lunch just off the ship. It was fun. We didn't really get to experience a whole lot in Roatan, but it's a place I'd like to go back to and actually be able to do the excursion we had planned or some other excursion. For me, Belize City, I fell in love with the city. We did a combined zip line and cave tubing adventure. It was about an hour and a half ride from the port to the place where we did this. It was absolutely amazing. We had the best tour guide.
Yeah, the pictures and the videos that you showed me and looked phenomenal. Like
it was amazing.
Like complete mind blowing. Somebody, I guess when you're looking at it, just hey, this looks like fun or whatever. You said it was completely like it doesn't do it justice, right?
It does not do
you
it
have
justice.
to be there to experience it. So good feedback, man.
Yeah, my daughter and I had never ziplined before, but her friend had, and just the first line that we went off on was longer than anything that she had ever done, and it was just purely just over the jungle, amazing. And then the second one, you take off and you're going over the jungle, and then all of a sudden you just go into a dark cave, and the only thing you have is the light on your helmet.
Wow.
There was a total of 7 different lines that we did. Then as soon as you're done, you get off, you get into a tube, and you go through these caverns where there's stalagmites and stalactites, and It was just a fantastic experience. It was absolutely a gorgeous, gorgeous place. Like I said, I fell in love with Belize. We also had lunch afterwards, had some local food, some braised or stewed chicken, which was absolutely amazing. And then back to the ship. Finally, we finished up in Costa Maya. We did a tour of the Mayan ruins there.
It's always fun.
Yeah, it was good. My daughter and her friend, they climbed up to the top. We were not feeling like taking that trek, but they did it. It was good. It was a little shorter than I had expected. There were like 3 different ruins that we explored, but then after that we went to another all-inclusive place very similar to Mr. Sancho's in Cozumel, but this one was in Costa Maya, where again it was food, drink. It was actually on a lagoon, so it was a freshwater lagoon. It was not on the ocean. Water was cold, and it was pretty rocky. So if I was going to do that again, I would definitely take some water shoes or something, because it wasn't super pleasant on the feet. But the area was absolutely beautiful. Food was delicious. Drinks were amazing. And then it was back to the ship and heading back to Tampa. But all in all, we packed in a lot during this trip. It's the most we've ever done on a cruise as far as excursions, and everything was really great.
Yeah, so a couple of things that touch on that he said is great advice especially for first-time cruisers or people that are going to areas that they're not familiar with. All right, we live in the Panhandle of Florida. We have some of the world's most beautiful beaches. It's white sugar sand. You don't wear shoes or water shoes or anything like that when you come to our beaches. All over the world, beaches aren't necessarily like that. You deal with a lot of rocks, pebbles, different grades that you have to, walk up steps to get to this and walk down a kind of a path of a cliff in Aruba or whatever the case may be. So always, kind of do some research on where you're going. If you're going to go to the beach, water shoes are always a must. You would hate to step on a sea urchin or cut your foot on something that's in the water and not have that first aid available directly as we do here in America. The Mr. Sancho's part, great. Anybody who hasn't been to Mr. Sancho's, they raised the price. How much is it now? 60 or 65 bucks?
Yeah.
60 or
So
65
worth
bucks
it.
per person for the whole day. All you can eat, all you can drink. The food is it is what you make it, right? The coconut shrimp is awesome. They have whole fried snapper. Ceviche is great. The drinks they keep them coming, man. They keep them coming, and everybody's so nice. They treat you like a king. They got swimming pools with swim up bars. The music's playing, and it's a great time. And taxi ride wise, it's probably $15.
Yeah, it was about 20, 25 bucks, but nothing. Well worth every penny that we spent.
Yeah, we haven't been to Mr. Sancho's in quite a few years. We just came back from Cozumel last month, so we actually did a couple different things and went downtown and explored and all that. So it's always a fun time, though. If you're new and you're going to Cozumel and you don't know what to do, try Mr. Sancho's. Whole family will have fun.
Very much recommend it. We had been to Cozumel before and honestly just didn't have the best time there because we just self-explored and really didn't get to experience the island. But going to Mr. Sancho's, we got to see the beautifulness of the island while we were in the taxi and stuff, and then get to experience Mr. Sancho's, which was just amazing. Much better experience this time at Cozumel than we did the previous time.
Yeah, and if you don't know in Cozumel, ask, right? That a lot of people don't know that Cozumel is a island off the mainland of Mexico that is so tourist based that the first language that they teach in the schools in Cozumel is actually English. So everybody knows English. So don't feel like, I'm going to be out of place asking questions or whatever the case may be. Everybody's super friendly. They're there to help. Also, if you're shopping, don't be afraid to try to bargain with somebody. If they say it's $50, tell them you'll give them 20. They're going to say, no, I can do it for 40. And you say, well, sorry, I only got 20. I mean, as you're walking out the door, they might grab you by the shoulder and say, hey, man, give me that 20 and have a good day. So don't be afraid to try to get a good bargain. Me and Kelly do have a couple more cruises coming up shortly. In April, we're going on the Celebration on a ultra cruise. So it'll be good to document an ultra cruise and kind of see the gifts and everything that goes on there. And maybe hopefully I can win a MacBook Pro or something like that. I've been dying for one. Just haven't dropped the ball or dropped that credit card to pay for one. We are also taking a cruise in June on the Mardi Gras again, which we've been on. We're going back to Aruba and Curacao. We'll be dropping some more videos here over the next couple months and kind of keeping you guys informed of what's going on. For everybody that's liked and subscribed to my page, man, it's been overwhelming. The gratification has been great. The comments have been great. I think we're at like 68 subscribers and over 5,000 views on 3 videos. So, thank you guys very much. I like the feedback. I'm new to this. Let me know what I'm doing right. Let me know what I'm doing wrong. Let me know what you guys want to see. Like I said, I've been on 13 cruises, and I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. Me and my wife love to travel, and we love going on cruises. We love meeting new people. We love just getting out on the water and kind of decompressing from daily life, right? So go to Jeff and Kelly Travel, subscribe, hit that like button. Again, I appreciate it, man. So just a couple things that I wanted to touch base on before we get out of here today is souvenirs, right? So everybody's always like, hey, when you go somewhere, can you grab me a souvenir? Can you grab me a shot glass or, a bottle of this, a Mexican vanilla or whatever the case may be. Over the years, not to be, rude to anybody or any port, but to me, a lot of the stuff looks the same, right? It's trinkets, it's magnets, and my wife is a magnet lady. Our refrigerator is full of magnets from all over the world. Whether we go to, San Francisco and she gets a Route 66 magnet, or we go to New York City and she's got to have a skyscraper magnet that says, I went to the Empire State Building. She's got to have a magnet. A couple years ago, I kind of started a new thing that, as we were walking around, I'd see license plates, right? So license plates from different places that are authentic, license plates that actually they have on cars, and you can see the wear and tear and the beat upness of it. And I try to pick ones that are cool, right? So this one still has their sticker on the side, so you can kind of see how their stickers look. That was I just got this one last month in the Bahamas, right? Of course, when we went to Victoria on our Alaskan cruise, this wasn't actually one that was on a car, but it was a Victoria one. I don't know if I'll ever get a chance to go back to Canada, so I picked that one up. I got this one in St. Thomas. It's a little beat up. See, you can see beat up. It's
that's
crooked.
been used.
It's been used. Puerto Rico. That's the only one I can find in Puerto Rico because Puerto Rico is a United States territory, and it is illegal to sell a United States license plate. Yeah. Can't do it. You don't own it. All right. So if you have one that, of course, you paid for and you got a new tag or whatever, it's yours. But you can't physically sell used tags at a farmer's market or anything like that. One of the coolest ones, Aruba, right? One happy island. And then again, Alaska. Just thought it was cool. Cruise Alaska. And this was the very first one that started it off. Was when we were in Curacao. I just thought it was cool, and I told Kelly when we were going around, I said, why don't I start just getting license plates from everywhere that we go? She said, well, we've been to so many places that we have to backtrack. And that's fine. I don't mind backtracking. So you tell me how I have to go on another cruise to backtrack to try to find some. So there's still some places that I gotta try to get some from, but I'm working on it, and don't worry, I'll make it happen. But I didn't know if I was ever going to go back to Curacao. I mean, that's a Southern Caribbean cruise. It's usually at least an 8-day cruise. And at the point in time, I didn't know if we were ever going to go back there or whatever. It's a beautiful island. I've always wanted to go back. And we're going to make that happen this June on the Mardi Gras. So just a nice little travel tip on something that you can pick up that's a little bit different than what everybody else gets.
My family's maybe we take a different route, maybe not super traditional like t-shirts and stuff, although my wife does like shot glasses. We always, when we travel, we buy Christmas ornaments, and we are at the point right now that we can pretty much decorate an entire tree based on ornaments that we've got based on our travels.
That's a good one.
So we have a tradition every Christmas Eve. We exchange an ornament with each other for our tree, and then we always, when we travel, we get a Christmas ornament from the place where we've traveled to, and we put those on our trees so that we can finally remember all the places that we traveled, because we travel a lot around the holidays and stuff. So we may not be home always at Christmas, but we're always making memories, and we like to commemorate that with the Christmas ornaments.
That's a good one too. Kelly kind of does the same thing, but we have so many. She has so many ornaments that we currently. This year we had 4 Christmas trees up in my house. So if we continue the whole ornament game, I mean, I don't know how many more Christmas trees we can fit in my house. I'll need a bigger house, but yeah, Christmas ornaments. It's a great memory. You bring them out once a year. Oh, remember when we went here? Remember when we went there? Kind of stuff like that. Me and Kelly are actually working on a travel wall in one of our hallways that we're gonna try to put all of our different pictures and stuff like this up. To kind of show people when they walk through the hallway, where we've been and what we're doing. That's what she wanted me to do. So I told her, let's go for it. Not a problem at all. Yeah, I mean, we look forward to, going on these cruises, showing you guys what's going on. Hopefully I can get this guy on a cruise with us one of these days shortly. Yeah. Hopefully, maybe by the end of the year. I'd say we'll get one by the end of the year. Yeah. But with his work and my work, Kelly's work, his wife's work, it's hard to coordinate things. And a lot of the times that, I book cruises, a year in advance, 2 years in advance, just to make sure that we have enough time to say, hey, look, we need this time off, or we have to be able to figure out how we're going to go to, X, Y, and Z, next August. Which right now I'm trying to convince him and my wife. I'm looking at the June or end of May, early June of 2024, going to Greenland. I'm looking forward to some of these cruises that are fixing to go to Greenland and see some content, see what it looks like, see what's going on, see what the excursions are. I think that would just be a list bucket list cruise right there. And also we want to do a European cruise. Yeah.
Talked about that yesterday.
We talked about that yesterday. I mean, who wouldn't love to fly into Rome and take a tour around Greece, Santorini and Mykonos and what, Marseille, France, and stop in Italy. And I mean, come on, man. Those are things that you're not going to get to do on a daily basis. So again, we just got to plan and try to make it happen. So
yeah, Jeff's been to Alaska. Alaska's still bucket list for us. We haven't been able to do that yet, but it's definitely something we're going to do.
We went to Alaska this past May. I got a lot of pictures on our Instagram, which we also have an Instagram of Jeff and Kelly Travel. It's got a lot of pictures from our cruises and stuff like that. But again, I mean, we're new to this, so I didn't take any video and content of our Alaskan cruise. So I have to go back to make content. So that's a good reason to drag this guy along, and a good excuse to go back to Alaska, which like nothing else. So, brother, I appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Good to see you, and we'll talk to you guys later. And remember this face, because he's gonna be around for a while. So, all right, see y'all later. Have a good day.